Good morning, my dear students. Here in this chapter 4, Atomic Structure. So far, we have studied Dalton's atomic theory. What is Dalton's atomic theory? Then, discovery of electrons, how electrons were invented by the cathode ray experiment, its properties of cathode rays and properties of electron. Then we had seen anode rays and its properties. Even we had seen how protons were invented by the invention of anode rays. After that, we had seen plum pudding atomic model, then discovery of nucleus by Rutherford. This experiment, I had told you, it is also known as alpha particle scattering experiment. Then we had dealt with the atomic model presented by Rutherford. These things we had seen. I don't know whether your concept I were able to clear your concept or not, but for your kind information, there are only 2-3 students, hardly 4-5 students who are always touch with the concerned teacher. They used to ask, they used to clear their doubts, and if you are not asking your queries, if you are not asking the questions, what the teacher will think? That you all are understanding. So now, it depends on you whether you understand or not. If you are not asking the question, that means we will think that you are understanding. All the times, personally myself, I used to say, if you have any problems, ask. Now, we had seen drawbacks of Rutherford atomic model. What was the drawback? If you remember, what Rutherford has told, there is a central part, nucleus, where all the protons are situated. So far, we are knowing protons are situated, and the electrons revolve around the nucleus. Mind my language, students. So far we are knowing electrons and protons are the subatomic particles of an atom. Only 2 subparticles are. We don't know about third type of particles, but today we will come to know it is made up of also neutron, which is present in the nucleus with proton. But so far we are knowing that protons are present in the nucleus and the electron revolve around the nucleus in the circular orbit path known as your orbit. But if it is rotating, revolving around the nucleus, after some time this electron will start losing its energy, and losing energy, losing. What will happen ultimately? The electron will lose all its energy and will fall on the center. Why it will fall on the center? Because electrons are negatively charged and protons are positively charged. So electrons are negatively charged, protons are positively charged, so the opposite charges attracts each other. I had told you, but it never happens. If electrons will fall on the nucleus, the atom will destroy, but atom can never be destroyed. So, but atoms are stable, we know. So Rutherford failed to explain the stability of atom. He was none other than Bohr. Actually, he was Niall Bohr, plus one of his friend. His name was Burry, Burry. So this is also called Bohr-Burry atomic model. Anyway, here in our book it is written only Niels Bohr, so it is Niels Bohr. What was his main concept? The atom, that's in an atom, electrons are revolving around the nucleus in a fixed cell in orbit, and all the cells are confined, they are fixed with certain fixed amount of energy. During revolution, electrons neither loses nor gain energy. In some of the cases, if it gains energy, it jumps into the next cell, or if it loses energy, it comes down in the inner cell. It goes upper. Upper means if it is in this fourth cell, after gaining energy, it will go in the fifth cell. Here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not 1, 2, 3, 4. It is first, second, third, fourth cell. They are first cell. If it is gaining fifth cell, electron gains, it will go in the sixth cell. But if it is losing, it will come in the fourth cell. Means after losing, it will come close to the positive charges. Now the cells are denoted by first cell, second cell, third cell, fourth cell, fifth cell, sixth cell, and so on. Or we call it by K cell, L cell, M cell, N cell, O cell, P cell. For convenience, these energy levels or cells are labeled as K, L, M, N, O, P cell, or first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth cell. The orbit, the cell which is close to the nucleus, you can see this is your nucleus. This one is the closest. First cell is the closest, or K cell is the closest. So the orbit closest the nucleus is K cell. This K cell has least amount of energy, and electrons present in K cell are K electrons. K cell से ज़्यादा energy है बाबू L cell में. L cell has more energy than K cell, and the electrons present in L cell will be termed as L electrons, M electrons, N, O, P electrons, and so that. So my dear student, so far we are knowing that atoms is made up of electron and protons. Today, not today but right now, we will come to know that atoms are made up of electron, protons and neutrons. Except there is one atom. I had told in the previous classes that hydrogen has three forms. One form is your called protium. Here is one proton and no neutron, zero neutron. That is called protium. In the last class I had told you. This is your deuterium, where it has one proton, one neutron, and here it is called tritium, one proton and two neutrons. So except this protium, protium has only one electron and one proton and no neutron. If we leave this, all the atoms will have all the three subatomic particles: proton, electrons and neutrons. Now we had seen that one proton has the mass very much close to the atomic mass of hydrogen. which is supposed to be 1 AMU. Now if it is helium, its atomic number is 2. We know what is atomic number? Number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom is called atomic number. So, if helium has atomic number 2, means it will have 2 protons in the nucleus. And if 2 protons are in the nucleus, so we had seen mass of 1 proton is 1 AMU. So, mass of 2 protons will be 2 AMU. Also we had seen that mass of electron is supposed to be negligible. Negligible it is, not 0, but supposed to be negligible means 0. So whatsoever will be the mass of proton will be the mass of atom. So mass of atom will be what? It will be equal to mass of proton plus mass of electron. So if it is mass of helium, it will be mass of proton. There are 2 protons, so 2 AMU plus mass of electron is almost 0. It is not 0 but almost 0. So mass of helium, 1 atom of helium will be 2 AMU. Similarly, sodium atomic number is 11, means it has 11 protons. So mass of sodium will be, and it has 11 protons means 11 electrons also, so it will be mass of proton plus mass of electron. So it will be mass of protons means 11 AMU. While the different scientists has checked the mass of an atom, what they found, for example, after this, this helium, we are so far knowing that atoms are made up of electron and protons. If the mass of electron is 0, whatsoever will be the mass of proton will be the mass of atom. So according to after the discovery of electron and proton, when the scientists started calculating the mass of an atom, what they found, mass of atom of helium, it should be 2 AMU, but it was found 4 AMU. Like sodium, 11 proton is there, so mass should be 11 AMU, but they found its mass is 30 AMU. So actual mass of an atom was always greater than the mass of proton. Then scientists started thinking there is something another particle present in an atom, and present in an atom, almost the parts of an atom is empty except nucleus. So they thought that there is some another particle present in the nucleus. So now he was none other than James Chadwick in 1932. James Chadwick in 1932 invented neutron, and he found that neutron has no charge. Neutron has no charge. Now we will see the books. And the mass of neutron. One more thing, my dear students, as we consider mass of proton is approximately 1 AMU, the mass of neutron is also 1 AMU. It is very and very slightly greater. Mass of neutron is slightly greater than mass of proton, which is considered that the mass of neutron is mass of proton. It is very and very slightly different. There is very slight difference between these two masses. In fact, it is slightly greater, even 0.175% greater. So it is considered that mass of proton and mass of neutron are equal, right? So mass of neutron is considered to be same as mass of proton, as like 1 AMU. See, my dear friend, whatsoever I have told you here is the same. By now we know that an atom contains electrons and protons only. So far I was using the same word. So far we are knowing that atom is made up of electron and protons. Atomic mass of electron is almost negligible. So an atom is made up of electron and proton. So whatsoever will be the mass of proton, that will be the mass of that atom. According to this, helium has atomic number 2, means it contains 2 protons. So its mass of helium should be 2 AMU, but the atomic mass of helium was found to be 4 AMU. Then I had given you another example, sodium. Atomic number is 11. Its mass should be 11 AMU, but it was found 23 AMU. Now it was therefore, suppose that in the nucleus of an atom there must be some another particle which have no electrical charge, but mass it is equals to the mass of protons. Mass of protons. Those particles present in the nucleus, those particle presence in the nucleus were called as neutrons. Neutron is third subatomic particle, or we can say it is a subatomic particle of an atom which has no charge, and mass is almost, here word is what, almost. I had told you it is mass of proton is slightly less than mass of neutron, or mass of neutron is slightly greater than mass of proton, but they are almost equal. And we had seen, I had told you today itself, the mass of a proton is, it is almost equal to the mass of an hydrogen atom. What were the properties of neutron? The particles of the particle was not found to be deflected by either magnetic or electrical field. Why not deflected? Because it has no charge. Neutrons has no charge, so it will be neither deflected or nor attracted. Its mass is almost this much, or it is very much close to 1 AMU. So after the discovery of electron, proton and neutrons, it was found that electrons are negatively charged particles found outside of the nucleus, revolving around the nucleus in orbit. Protons are positively charged particles which are situated at the nucleus. Neutrons are having no charge, they are also found in the nucleus. Neutrons are slightly heavier than protons. I have told you but it is considered to be equal in mass. Here is some difference between comparison between Dalton's atomic theory and modern atomic theory. See what Dalton's had said: atoms are indivisible. Atoms are indivisible. But what modern concept says that if it is sodium, when it loses one electron, it becomes positively charged. When chlorine, this is neutral chlorine, when gains one electron, it becomes negatively charged. So, modern concept says that atoms can be divided. We had divided here. We had taken one electron out. So, atoms can be divided, are divisible into subatomic particles, proton, electrons and neutrons. My dear friends, so far in class 8, we are something like kids. In next class, in class 10, we will come to know protons can be taken out, neutrons can be taken out by the process of fusion and fission. There are two reactions, one is your fusion and another one will be fission. We will come to know in the next class. Next class means not on the next class in video, but in the class 10. Atoms can neither be created nor destroyed. But here, atoms can be created. It can be destroyed, not physically, but by nuclear reactions. This is your fusion and fission. In a very simple language, It is not in your syllabus, no need to go in deep. This reactions takes place at very high temperature. Very high temperature means ऐसा नहीं कि चूल्हा का जो टेम्परेचर उतना टेम्परेचर, नो, इट टेक्स प्लेस एट वेरी वेरी एंड वेरी हाई टेम्परेचर. Our sun, it is made up of only or mainly hydrogen and helium. Helium is converted into hydrogen and hydrogen is converted into helium. These things we will see in class 10, how plutonium is changed to thorium, how uranium is changed to, uranium is an atom, this uranium atom is changed to plutonium, plutonium is changed to thorium. So one atom is changed to another atom. We will see in our next class 10. Atom of an element are like in all respect. See, atoms of all elements are like in all respect. But atoms differ from the atom of other element. Means atoms of, I am saying about this second line. We will come to see this one. First, I would like to clear the concept of second line. Atoms, they differ. The atoms of gold differ from the atoms of copper. Atoms of iron, they all will be attracted towards the magnet. But atoms of aluminium will not be attracted towards aluminium. So atoms, one atom differ from the atoms of another element. Now come to this first line. Dalton had said atoms of an element are alike in all respect. Means किसी भी एलिमेंट का जितना भी एटम है, they will be identical. But what does modern concept says? Atoms of an element may be alike. All the atoms of sulfur will be same. All the atoms of sodium, all the atoms of sulfur, sodium, magnesium will be same. But It may be same or may not be identical in all respect. For example, see, my dear students, here are three atoms of hydrogen. One atom has this atomic number and mass. Another one has this. Third one is this. Are they alike? No, they are not alike. They all are different. So, modern concept says that atoms of same element may be alike, may be identical, or may be different. Atoms of elements combine in small whole numbers to form molecules. Small numbers, one atom, two atom, three atoms, and they combine in whole numbers, not in fraction. We cannot say कि 3.5 atoms combined. No, 3.5 atoms नहीं, either 3 atoms or 4 atoms. Their atoms cannot be divided, so it will be never in fraction. But when we'll go in class 10 chemistry, we will study about organic compounds. So only 70 carbon atoms will combine to form more than 5 lakhs new substances. 70, not 1, 2, 3, but 70. So modern concept says that organic compounds, in the formation of organic compounds, this number may be very and very large. I told you even 70 carbon atoms can combine together. So this is for today. I am giving you the homework itself today. Today itself I am giving you the homework that you must solve the question answers of 4A in your copy, and not my subject. All the subjects homework should be done, because you will get the assignment mark on this basis, plus 20 marks evaluation will be on this basis. Wish you all the best. See you. Bye.